Hello, today the part 2 of the teardown for the SPR 314 spectroradiometer. Today the main unit. So this looks like a big camera, but it is not. Weighs something between 12 and 15 kilos, very heavy, mostly because it is completely made of very thick aluminium parts. We've integrated its sinks at several spots. Here also, I believe the white and black color has also some importance. Big lens in the front, the viewfinder eyepiece here, port for filling the liquid nitrogen, connectors at the back, big mounting plate at the bottom. So the first thing to do is obviously to remove this lens because it is really in the way, and it will allow me to use the camera overhead after it. It will be easier, excuse me. So, big cap on this lens with a seal with a red flag made of heavy industrial plastic. Okay. And we have 4 Allen screws all around that will allow me to undo the light shield here. So it is the first thing to undo. Hopefully these are not tight because I did. In fact, it came with the lens taken apart in the parcel. It was more convenient for the seller to work like this. So here we are. So this is just an empty aluminium piece. But here we have the main casse-grain lens. We will have a better look at this just after. It is secured by these 4 big standoffs with a built-in 10mm head here, so I can just unscrew them like this. So very custom hardware, obviously. Okay, one of them. I try to do it quickly. And as soon as I do the last one, the lens will come off. Hopefully. There we are, almost. Okay, so the lens comes off. We will have a better look at it. And also at the other one. In fact, the smaller lens it came with looks like this. So I am not completely sure if you are supposed to mount it directly here or what, or if you need to, maybe I am missing an extra part. No, actually it will fit like this. Interesting. Okay, so what do we have in this aperture? All here. If I zoom in for you, excuse me. First we have here the lever for the reflex viewfinder. That actually when you move it, can you hear this? The first thing you hear is a micro switch, and it will simply flip out of the way a 45 degrees angle mirror that will redirect the light to the upper eyepiece here. Pretty dirty mirror by the way, and here you can barely see the rotary filter wheel. I'll try to zoom in for you. So this is the main infrared filter wheel. In fact, the principle of operation, this filter wheel will allow only one precise infrared frequency to pass through, and then the sensor will measure it. And as you know the position of the filter wheel, you know what you are measuring. Something like this. Okay, and it is all in fact for this part. So now I can put the camera overhead and we will be able to proceed. So first a look at the lens assembly. Here is what it looks like. Big parabolic mirror here and a smaller one here. A little bit of a bullet shaped cap here over a fastener, probably for setting this front lens. Also it looks like you can adjust it, the angle of this with the three fasteners, the three screws here. It is probably the same thing on the back with this one. And I have a number of screws all around, so we can actually take it apart further. But first, you can notice the serial number is 0003. Here are the information for you. And on the repair manual of the camera, no, excuse me, of the spectroradiometer, the lens of the device in photo is serial number 4. Really interesting. So I will remove the number of screws at the back. Here we are, and here is what we have. Very thick parabolic optical mirror, as you can see. Quite impressive actually, and here is the other one inside. So I did clean them as well as I could because they were super dirty. So nice stuff. About the smaller lens that came with it, it is the same thing at a smaller scale. Serial number 5 on this one. Also 2 mirrors, adjustment screws. Here there are actually 2 set screws that will adjust the angle of the front piece slightly. Also a little cap here, but it is, I could undo it actually. Yes, it is coming with also just a screw in here, and all this is of course made of solid aluminium. Super nice. It was the first part for this teardown. Now we continue. So, the main unit. I will first undo at the bottom the big mounting plate that was actually super tight. I had to use a piece of pipe over this wrench to be able to unlock the screws, because you can see we have 3 short but very fat Allen screws, something like 8 millimeters, I believe. This piece is again solid industrial plastics. You can see there are markings here for holes they did not do, but that were already prepared, and inserted metal threads for mounting screws. So, and it gives us access to, excuse me, it is too big for my bench. The manufacturer label with Ministry of Defense sticker, the contract number for the Ministry of Defense made in 1985. Again, the sticker with the model number, the sensor composition, mercury, cadmium, tellurium, manufacturing date, and the serial number is 001. Quite impressive. Oops. So the first one ever made. Not sure many of them were made anyways. Maybe it is a quite rare item, but as you can see, about the oxidation damage, there is aluminium corrosion everywhere. Here it is just falling in parts. So it is quite sad. I do not know what I will do with this thing. It might end in parts, sadly, because of the condition, and it is not all. There is more damage inside, because actually when I did try to power it, it released the magic smoke, and several tantalum capacitors did just burn inside this. So here is the filling cap for the liquid nitrogen. You could also use hose, I believe. And actually this wall part here is a cover that is secured by Allen screws on the side. I did already undo some of them to save some time on the video, but still 3 of them decide to undo. I will do it real quick for you, and we will be able to pop the cover directly, see what we have inside. Then I believe I will take everything apart and show you the parts one at a time. I did already undo it one time, so because I was just too curious to wait for the time of doing the video. Sorry for this, but it did allow me to unlock all the stuck screws and know the disassembly procedure. So it is good. So here we are. I can lift this cover. Here are the contents. I smell the blown tantalum capacitor. So here is what we have inside the cover. You can see it is 2 parts. On the top, machined solid machined aluminium piece is screwed on this folded aluminium sheet. Some quality control stamps here. Some foam for the liquid nitrogen tank, and for the circuit boards also. So in fact this thing is a little bit like my AGA camera, thermal camera, except we have now the rotary germanium prism, and we have more electronics. But it is more or less the same construction, with a big liquid nitrogen tank with a sensor mounted on it. So what do we have in here? We have electronics at the back, 3 circuit boards, one mounted directly on this back panel. We have on the side here power resistors mounted on this heatsink, so I do not know if they are for some power supply purpose, or they are for temperature control of the device. We have here the main filter wheel. but in order to have a better idea at what we are looking, here is the setup. So we have the front lens I did remove previously, the reflex viewfinder, the interferential rotary filter, so one optical lens here again, another case grain lens, and the sensor. So it does match these devices. So the filter wheel with its motor and the position sensor, the intermediate case grain lens, the sensor assembly with the liquid nitrogen tank, and in this can it's electronics. Okay, and here you can see there is a Peltier cooler with a black surface that is actually our, where is it again, black reference to calibrate the auto-calibrate the instrument or something like this. So now I will take everything apart, and then we will be able to have a better look at everything. Okay, here we are. It is empty, so I did not bother undoing this front piece, because in here we just have the mechanism for the reflex viewfinder mirror, as you can see, with a little micro switch that will flip out of the way like this. The mounting screws to the lens are actually real screws, and we have a little eyepiece here that is mounted with this plate that will fall inside the device if you undo the screws at the top. It is a little generic eyepiece branded Healing, and in here we have a little target thing. I do not know if I will be able to show you with a collimator, whatever you want to call it, on a piece here, but it is a super fine print, and I do not, you can see these circles, it is some kind of a target, and it is all for this now, so nothing special in here. We have here the backplane board with that interconnects everything, and for some reason they did put a bottom access panel that is quite useless, because in fact the screws here are secured to this, and you cannot really remove only this plate if you have no access to the nuts on this side. They did try it and I was not able to undo it, so it was quite useless. You can see still a lot of rust and dust. Okay, it is all for this part. Then we will start with the electronics maybe. And for the electronics we start with this circuit board at the back of the device. It is still all very dirty. that has all the connections to the BNCs, as you can see, the main circular connector, with a pretty poor soldering job actually. It was hand soldered after the card was inserted probably, and it is not terribly impressive. And here is the schematic of it. It is called the driver card. So we should have somewhere, yes, our BNCs here. A bunch of TL072 op amps and interconnects to the main backplane board, and of course your big round connector. So a Bourbon op amps here, OPA 633KP. This one, so quite good and expensive devices. The manufacturer logo here, and nothing else to see apart from it looks like for the screws here, the thread of the screws, there is they did add an extra piece with the threads that is itself screwed to this aluminum piece. Interesting. And something else. The Onera logo. And as I said, I had a magic smoke problem, and here are already two overblown tantalum caps. And with this one has on it, not sure if you will see it, but there is some kind of a solder ball on it. So is it tantalum that did come out of the capacitor, or is it, no, it seems to be a real solder ball. And there is another one here on the ribbon cable terminator. So in such expensive equipment to find solder ball, quite interesting. And also I did not see it previously. Yes, I need to zoom on it really. Bulges. Here we have they did lift the op amp leg and insert a serial resistor and insert it in the socket. And here they did not show what happened here, but the leg of this op amp is cut. So this one will not be possible to sell, by the way. And for some reason the socket here is melted. And also here it looks like they did scratch the coating over the tracks and add a capacitor. Quite interesting. So this was the first board. We continue with what they called the regulation card, with actually a number of trim pots, two EEPROMs, and one very blown tantalum capacitor, and at the other side bulge wires that they did apparently glue with what seems to be thread lock or something like this, or nail varnish, but it did not work obviously. Here is the schematic of it. Yes, we have two EEPROMs on the regulation board. Interesting. So you get the idea. Nice Bourbon round shape also here. Which one is it? This one might be quite expensive also. So at least if I am scrapping this device, I should have a nice set of ICs to either put in my collection or sell. And this is the connector going to the sensor on the main filter wheel. Okay, next board. This one is interesting because of very nice. It is called the processing board. Processing board, excuse me. Here, all this is here. So this one does not have a blown tantalum cap and has a very nice ADC80 from Analog Devices and a DAC 705KH from Bourbon. Nice over Analog Devices golden shape here. Another probably expensive Bourbon here. A bunch of EPROMs calibrated for 5 millirad. More bodges here. As you can see, this is quite. They did solder two overlegs of this DAC together with a piece of maybe resistor leg, folded in a S shape, not trimmed anything. And here there is also solder added, and here. And it is not all because, of course, your usual backside bodge wires. And it is not all because when I receive the device, you know what? Actually, this Bourbon, the item, had no cap because it was unglued. It did unglue itself, so I did secure it with a little bit of thread here, but it will allow us to see exactly what we have in here before I, excuse me, eventually reglue properly this cover. So how far can I zoom like this? And here is what we have. So I might shoot photos of it with a USB microscope and add it at this point in the video. So quite unusual to see a cover like this coming loose. Not sure what happened here. Luckily enough, it seems the bond wires are not damaged. It did fall at the bottom of the case and got stuck in the backplane board. So it did not do any damage, but really quite unusual. Should be nice to have the same thing on this one to see inside this one, but this one is pretty well glued in place. So this is a thing. Before we go to the most interesting parts, on this heatsink, so you can see the oxidation on this piece, quite bad. We have a reference black surface with Peltier cooler that did come loose actually, and I had to reglue it. And we have just tip 111 and 116 chips on the two 37 ohm power resistors. So maybe they are to do a precise temperature control of the thing for this item here that seems to have probably a temperature sensor in the top. So it is a black surface with a control temperature that is infrared reference source, apparently. Okay, we continue with the main filter wheel. It comes with this nice Swiss-made Maxon DC motor with pretty serious noise filtering on it, but it is all HP made, probably, yes, must be an optical sensor. Actually, you know what? It is coming loose like this. seems to be broken, this thing, because it was not secured at all. So we have, yes, a disc with little slots that will rotate, and we have some optical sensors, LED and phototransistors here that will pick up the rotation of the thing, and it allows to know the speed and reference position probably. I guess because some slots here are not the same size, so it must have a 0 position that is a reference. But this thing is actually quite bad, and it is also missing a piece of plastic here. Interesting. We have probably serial number of a filter here, PF001, and the filter wheel itself, that is in quite bad condition, but we will see it better if I undo this cover. After I find the matching screwdriver, and this one. So just 1 second. So it is making a terrible mess. I will need some time to put all of this back together. Here we are. So, it is worse than expected actually. We have ball bearing in here. We have this mounting piece in a very bad condition, and here sandwich probably between two aluminum pieces. So we have a belt for the motor, nothing special, and we have probably a disc of do you know what? I will try to, anyway it is wind already, so I will try to undo this part also and see if we can see if we can get a better view at the construction of this thing. I guess there are individual pieces of glass with special coatings to do the filter action. I do not know if I will go anywhere by undoing this, but I try. Okay. So this seems pretty well secured in place. I see screws at the back, but I have no access to the screws. Quite weird. Yes, there are screws securing the motor shaft. Okay. Can I just crack it open? Looks like we have no other screw securing the two parts here, so I will try to do this. Maybe this is just glue or not. Okay, I will not try it any further, because anyways we see it is the same thing the other side. I just wanted to see how it is exactly made inside, but it will not be possible easily. So anyways it is just probably parts of glass. But you can see this one has a real problem with its coating that is completely decaying. And this one has a nice rainbow pattern. So the principle of the operation is that it turns. It will allow only one precise frequency to pass through as it turns, and the sensor will measure this precise frequency. And as you know your position, you know what you are measuring. So it is doing actually half of the job for the spectroradiometer, and it is a very important part, but as you can see, very ruined also. Here are black spots, so they must be for reference also. Or maybe here just a clear white. quite interesting. So it should be possible to find some information about such filters online. So I will put this back together and we will go to the last and main unit, the sensor itself. So here we have the main piece. First I need to undo this screw that will allow me to separate the internal lance assembly, so more casse-grain lance goodness going on with 4 very big screws here. You can see everything in solid machined aluminium, so it is the same thing that the external lance. Not too much dust in this one, and it gives us access to the window for the main sensor in this attached to this liquid nitrogen tank, and we have front-end electronics at the back, which I will access immediately. And you can notice on this shielding, actually they did glue a piece of plastic to avoid making short circuits against the circuit board next to it, but it is quite poorly applied and quite bad work actually. Seems to be stainless steel this, and we have here the front end electronics with, I notice immediately, it is quite weird, missing ICs. Also we have a cut wire here. We have one coax going to this, which is probably the connection to the sensor itself. Big tantalum caps that did not explode. AD something shape, and a very nice other one here. So let me grab the schematic for this. So here is the schematic of it, and you can notice that the sensor is here, and there is another one here, so it seems like the sensor is in 2 stages. But it is really weird because here I see only one connection going to the thing. I do not see any other one. So the liquid nitrogen tank is clamped here with these big screws. There is another manufacturer plate in here, so I will undo this piece anyways. To check there is really no other connection, because if it is this device does not match the schematic, because we have only one sensor and not 2. And we are missing anyways the MA2 and MA3. Yes, so we are missing these 2 ones, so apparently no ENSB detector. Just one little coax here. So there is something else here, but seems to be just a thread for a screw. Little coax, and here is your manufacturer plate. So yes, the mercury, cadmium, tellurium sensor, made in France. No serial number. No bulges on the back of this board, which is good. But apparently, so either it was, yes, it was probably modified because of the cut wire here anyways. It looks like this solder was reworked. So I do not understand where was the other sensor, because actually, if I can unscrew this big brass ring and lift this little window, we have here our sensor. That is actually a super tiny chip mounted on a gold plate with two super tiny wires at each side coming out. So if possible, I will try to do something with my USB camera, but I'm not sure it will work very well. I see, yes, nothing else. There is a little cover over it, but the screws seems to be almost impossible to reach, so I will not take the risk of undoing them and not being able to reinstall them. And this is all clamped in this big metal mounting. In here we see nothing. I will try to shine a light inside, but no, it is completely empty, just a tank. And your sensor here, so in this aspect it is really similar to the AGA 680 camera I took apart. Quite interesting, very nice brass piece here, quite weird. So where went the other sensor? I have no idea. So I believe normally this is a two layer sensor, or two sensor, one beside the other one, but more probably a stack of two sensors, and the infrared will go pass through the first one to the second sensor. But it looks like we have only two connection wires in here, and considering we are missing the ICs for the other sensor, probably this piece is an early design and has only one of them. I guess. It is my guess. Quite interesting. And in fact, after reinstalling this part, try to at least, I believe this will conclude this video because we had a look at everything. So I have no idea what I will do with this stuff, considering it is heavily blown, oxidized, modified, or whatever. You have to check the price for some of the ICs, and if they are possible or not to sell on eBay. If I can resell them and refund my purchase, at least I will keep some of the interesting parts, if it is the case, some of the good hardware, and the rest should go in the scrap, sadly. But maybe not, maybe I will keep as it is as a complete device, but it is decaying with aluminum corrosion, so I am not sure yet what to do. So, thanks for watching, bye bye.